Fast Track, it's Trainer Pam. A few weeks ago, if you'll remember, I posted an article about 7 tactics to avoid overspending at the grocery store. Well, we got some great feedback on this, and Brad and I discussed it. We actually thought it might be worth a video blog, because this is actually kind of a big deal to a lot of people. A lot of us are on a pretty tight budget, or just we get a lot of replies from members and clients that to eat healthy costs more money. That doesn't have to be the case. You just really have to jump out of, a different type of thinking than maybe you've always had when you go to the grocery store and know how to approach those grocery store aisles. So I want to go ahead and just give this a quick discussion. It's basically, honestly, referencing back to the article that I wrote. If you go to my blogs, you'll see it. So we're going to go through this, and then it's written below as well. I just think it's a really important topic, because a lot of times to stay healthy, we've got to feel like we can afford it as well. So I do have my notes, because in front of a camera I tend to go a little brain dead and forget things, so bear with me for a minute. But again, there are 7 tactics I came up with to help you with not spending too much and cut costs while at the grocery store. Number 1, most important, plan your meals, and typically it's dinners that you really need to plan, but also knowing your staples for breakfast and for lunch is going to save you huge. So keep a list going all the time in your house. That's really important. As you run out of something, put it on the list. The more you can stick to a list, the better. So after you've planned your meals, make that list of everything you need and how much of it you need. Because you might go to the produce section and buy too much of something, then it goes bad and you're wasting money. So again, just make that list and stick to your list when you go to the store. Probably the most important thing. Number 2, never shop when you're hungry. This is a bad idea. We've all done it. You are more inclined to start grabbing things that A, are not healthy, and B, were not on your list and you don't need, simply because you're starving, so you think you need everything in the world. Kind of like if you go to dinner too hungry, you order the biggest plate you can think of, and then halfway through you're like, why did I do that? I really didn't need it. So never go hungry. If you need to, have a quick snack, protein shake, something like that on your way out the door, or plan it after you've had a meal. So number 3, shop alone. Never, never, never take your kids to the grocery store. Make that a special event occasionally when you really want to get them involved in the shopping and teach them about, healthy eating and produce and such. But if you take your spouse or your significant other, or you take your mom, or you take your kids, they're going to be influencing you and asking right and left, can I have this? Can I have that? Please, 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 begging. I promise you they'll beg. And it's really hard to say no to everything. So just go alone so you can stay in your little tunnel vision, stick to your list, and get what you need and get out. Number 4, if you don't have a big list, grab the hand basket. If you take a shopping cart, you're inclined to fill it up. Just grab the hand basket, fill it up, get what you need, and again, leave. Number 5, know what your budget is. If you only have $50 for budget for your groceries, know that in your budget. Okay, knowing your budget, you'll stay a little bit more on tact. One tip that I really find is helpful, take cash for whatever your budget is. Do not take a debit card or credit card, because you're then inclined to say, well, I can throw that in because I have my debit card. I can spend a little more. Just take cash, and then you've got to stick to that. And you might need a little calculator to make sure you're sticking to key, but trust me, it works. 6, also, if your grocery store has a loyalty card, get it, because that's how you're going to get the best prices in your grocery store. I promise they charge a lot more if you don't have it. If you do, you're going to get the special sales and the special rates. So it's worth having, yes, another loyalty card. And last but not least, know your grocery store and avoid the aisles you don't need. If it's a new grocery store, take a little time to learn it, of course, but avoid the aisles that have the solid line of processed boxed dinners, for example. You can avoid the treat aisle. There's a lot of aisles you can actually avoid. If you stick to the outer skirts of the store, that's where you're going to find your fresh fruit, produce, vegetables, those types of things. I have somebody trying to start their boat back here. I love it. This is awesome weather in the Northwest right now. But anyway, so those are my 7 tactics. Once again, probably the most important. Make your list and stick to it. I promise if you do these things, you're going to have some extra money at the end of the month to do much better things with, like buy all those new clothes you're going to need as soon as you reach your goals. So those are my handy dandy tips for cutting costs at the grocery store. I hope they help. Go ahead and leave your comments below. Maybe share with us what you do to help cut costs as well. So I will see you guys another day.